What's up, nail geeks, and welcome to our second Beaux Rev Lacquer video. Super stoked that we've got another quartet coming from this brand. These are really pretty. I know if you're like me, you're probably getting Halloween vibes, and I would be lying if I said I didn't already go out looking for more ghost printed items, which I'm obsessed with. But anyways, I really do appreciate the last little bit of summer, though. At the same time, this time of year is really special. I'm trying to get as much time with my oldest as possible before he goes off to school, and then the really intense busyness of fall and winter come in, and it's just so much. So let's embrace this last little bit of summer, and let's embrace some really bright popping colors that are going to lead us into fall. And to be fair, I think this quartet does exactly that. I think it's going to be really transitional for fall, and I think it's going to be that nice last little bit of summer popping color fun. So if you enjoy shimmery polishes, you're really going to like this, and I appreciate that it's a quad, so it's not too much if you're wanting to grab all of them, especially given how damaging to our wallets this week is going to be. So let's dive right into the swatches. First up is Glare, my personal favorite out of the quad. This is described as a neon bright yellow filled with red to orange shimmer and iridescent flakes that shift purple, red, and gold. So all four polishes in the quad have what I'm going to go out on a whim and say is the same shimmer and the same flakes. It's just their base colors that are different. Now, to me, Glare is one of those yellows that ends all yellows. I personally appreciate how the base color is a true, almost in my opinion, flirting with being a pastel-y sort of yellow, but there's no chartreuse, no green undertones happening here. It's just straight yellow goodness. So if you're like me and you're very warm undertoned and you've got that golden sort of cast to you, I think this is going to pop ridiculously well. Honestly, I think it'll pop well on any skin tone. And next is Afterglow. This is a punchy orange filled with red to orange shimmer and iridescent flakes that shift, again, purple, red, and gold. So this is what I would consider a red orange. It's definitely orange, but not quite that pumpkin orange. It's got that nice red undertone to it. It is cool toned, so again, I'm a fan of it. It popped really well against me. I think, honestly, all four of these are going to pop ridiculously well. Light, medium, and dark. I think they're just very, very versatile. Now, Afterglow and the next two in the quad, in my opinion, had a thicker type of consistency to them. I personally don't mind that, since I like to wear my polishes at a thicker, sort of plumping look on my finished mani, so that didn't bug me. I'm just going to suggest going in very light on your coats to prevent any sort of over buildup, because they are so packed full of that shimmer. And then Ablaze is a fiery bright red filled with that yummy red orange shimmer, and then those purple, red, gold iridescent flakes. Now, this type of red is always going to be my jam. I mentioned it on my, I think, the PPU video. P.S. If you haven't seen Beaux Rev, her first PPU shade for this next month, it's magical. Go check out my polish pickup video if you have not seen that yet. Again, it had that thicker sort of consistency to it. I'm not mad at it, and I didn't think it was problematic in the least, but of course, if that bothers you, then I would suggest maybe a couple drops of thinner. Treat it like salt when cooking. You can always add a few drops in, but you cannot take it out once you put it in. And then finally, we have Dusk. This one's a plummy purple filled with red orange shimmer and iridescent flakes that shift purple, red, gold. So this is what I would classify in quote unquote that type of purple. It's that really gorgeous, cool toned, popping, eye-catching type of base color purple, and the shimmer, of course, popped ridiculously well with it. This also had that slightly thicker formula, and I think watching how I'm applying each of the coats, especially on my dip layer, because they're a little bit thicker, I think gives you a really good idea of how to apply. I personally didn't do the icing method for these because I thought that the formula was going to be a little too squishy in doing so. So I did almost like a harsh, it almost looks like I'm overworking it, a harsh type of brush stroke on the second and third coats. I had no issues with it like super dragging anything, so that wasn't a problem if you tend to overwork your polishes. Now, these all dry down quite thirsty, so I would suggest a good glossy top coat to seal them up. And then finally, we have the Willet Topper segment. I choose black swatch sticks to show how they're going to layer up over a dark color, because if they pop over black, they will more than likely pop over other colors. So going back to the official descriptions for each, we have, again, what I'm going to say is the same shimmer and the same iridescent flake, at least to my eyes, but it's their base colors. And I was really impressed that each of their respective bases popped well over the swatch sticks. So because of that, I think that these absolutely have topper capabilities, but you may want to pair them up with colors that are going to match their bases. So for example, glare, I personally would do really any type of yellow with any type of undertone to it. Even like chartreuse, I think that would look really interesting and kind of play up against that base color. Dusk, same thing. You can see it's got that nice orangey cast to it still. So maybe fall manis, you could do like pumpkin oranges, maybe even burnt orange, reddish sort of colors. Afterglow, again, I think oranges are going to look really good with this. I feel like dark charcoal is also going to pop really well in addition to blacks, of course. And then finally, you can see the family shot here. They all are nice and dried down. So these are going to drop starting August 1st at 2 p.m. Central Time on actual maker Sarah's birthday. My birthday is August 3rd. So it's like we're super birthday buddies, and this is like a bright summer bash for us. That's a big stretch, and we're going to roll with it. You can grab them individually for 12 each or 44 for the quad. I will link you guys below to Beaux, Rêves, Lacquer if you want to check them out, in addition to the Facebook group if you want to see additional swatches and information and sneak peeks and all that good stuff. And all this will be in the description box below. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.